I have just put on my normal skin. I've been wearing the GG t-shirt for a while, and before that I wore the belt skin. Like, there's something. Was this really my skin? There's something feeling a little bit off. I mean, the jeans are right, my gloves are right, my shirt definitely has the right color, my face is as it should be, but I can't figure it out. Something looks wrong. I'm gonna have to open my skin picture in Photoshop and see what's happened. Oh, I think I've just figured it out. I usually play with this on, which... yes, that's more like it. My vest was missing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Hermitcraft. Now today, I was going to go here to the shopping district and buy some emeralds because I made quite a bit of an oversight in the last episode, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But once I came here, I found this, a rainbow pillar of light. Look at this! An absolute massive amount of beacons. And that's cool, but I did check it out, and it turns out... they are changing. They're changing as well. Okay. That's loud. How do I make it stop? Oh, okay. Don't walk on the pressure plates. Anyway, what I found out is that this is a shop that sells beacons. Now, the good thing is, or the crazy thing is, they cost 1 diamond block each. I mean, I know that last season I sold beacons at like 4 diamonds each, which is half a block, but that was when I had a mega wither skeleton farm. This is the first beacon shop, and this is an incredible price. So that's 18, so 26 beacons. Some things are just too good to not make an investment in. That being said, the pile is starting to look a little bit silly though. But then again, I have a nose for good investments, don't I? Let's be honest, so far I haven't been mega successful, have I? 26 diamond blocks. I think that must be the biggest sale anyone has ever made. And I've got 26 beacons, which I can throw up. I can do that with them. There's enough beacons to do the whole look at me thing. But apart from that, now that I have bought them, I don't really know. I don't really know what to do with them. Well, I mean, you could one can pile them for later use and for bragging rights. That's always a thing. This is a very good investment, though, right? That is looking fantastic. Yes, I love it. This has been a rather weird start of an episode. We better get on with it. As I said, I made a little bit of an oversight in the last episode, and some people pointed it out. Most people didn't though, which was very, very interested. Anyway, I'm going to fix it. I'm just going to need a little bit of things. First, a healthy amount of emeralds so that I can trade with my boys. Hello, Charles. I don't know if that's actually your name, but you look like a Charles, so from now on you're you're terrible, Charles. Hello, Henry. Are you gonna be better with... Yeah, you're a little bit better. Right, so I need a handful of name tags. Next, we need to come up with a great universal name. Brian. Right, so here's the oversight. I was stressing out over the fact that I need to bring my piglins from the nether up on the roof. Not realizing this. Excuse me, hello, Brian. I didn't realize, and I don't know why, but I didn't realize that in theory, I could just make them spawn up here. Because the nether is spawn protected down below if I stand up in the killing chamber. So theoretically, if we make the spawning possibilities for them correct, we should get lots of these very, very quickly. Right, Brian, you're gonna be my number 1. Yes, it's not an ingot. Okay, you can eat it though. Go in. Oh, he can't fit there because of the carpet. Right, that's fixable. I guess this is another little oversight. You're too tall, Brian. I can't actually place in your roof. However, when in doubt, pistons are your friends, hopefully. Okay, are you still alive down there? It may be giving you a little bit of a headache, but I think you're fine. Hello, are you okay? He seems okay. Where did you come from? What is going on here? I didn't invite anyone here. So anyway, now that I've realized my mistake here, it should be fairly simple to fit more Brians. We only need 5 more to fit more Brians into these cells. All I need to do, in theory, is to build a little bit of a spawning platform, and I could just build it very, very close to this here. So like, well, right here, for example, would probably work out. And this is one of those situations where the bigger I make it, the better. However, as I make it bigger, I also allow ghasts to spawn in, which I definitely don't want. I definitely don't want any of the shouting, annoying, stupid, big squares. Cubes. That's what they are. Huge cubes flying around. I don't want any of the stupid, huge cubes flying around. So this hopefully protects us from that. And then the next thing I'm going to do in order to capture the piglins is just lay down a rail all the way around. And then an easy way to get the piglins off of that rail whenever I'm ready. So I have a button there that switches that, and then we can get the hoglins out. Piglins. Oh, for goodness sake! Why do I keep saying hoglins? Alright, so minecart goes down there, and this should be all primed and ready. Now all we gotta do is just fly out of the 25 or 24 block radius, stand somewhere over here, and look down. Oh, here we go! Here we go! Big pack just spawned in. Okay, quickly, we gotta get down there. Hello, Brians. Gotta name them all. What are you doing there? I don't get where these pigmen are spawning. I must have missed some spaces. Anyway, now all I gotta do is push them onto the rail. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then down to the control station. I gotta time this right as well. That was terrible. There we go. Yep, and he is in. He's in his apartment. Yes. I'll deal with the minecart later. I think it shouldn't be any problems to get rid of that minecart. So, oh, and then I can actually cap them off. I mean, the minecart was fully intentional. Here, check this out. Hey, there's a golden carrot right next to the minecart. Oh, there's another one there. Yeah. You're looking at it in the minecart. That's funny. I can't believe how easy this turned out to be. And I also can't believe how I overlooked it in the last episode, because I still haven't got an answer from the boomers about blowing up the bedrock. Just need to tidy this up. Whoops. But the glass is a feature. Okay, the glass is a feature. Breaking these minecarts shouldn't be a problem. I'm dying to test this out. Do you like your new apartments, Brians? I mean, they are quite small. They're modern living. Now, luckily, this gold farm, as I've said many times, is absolutely insane. This is 4 full rows of like 10 double chests of gold nuggets. And even though I have slabbed off the nether underneath here with gold plates, I still have a lot of gold left without crafting this up. So yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna try 2 stacks of blocks into these and then see what we get. And so far, I mean, I don't actually have anything except the 22 fire charges that we tested. So it's gonna be a good test. I do need to make a proper loading station for the gold supply though. This is a little bit silly. Oh, and I suppose I also need to figure out a way to trigger this the first time. And to do that, I need to trigger these repeaters. So I have a little bit of an idea here. I should be able to just have a button there. Press it and... oh, that's a cool sound. Yes! Yes, that seemed to have worked. All of them are looking at their gold ingot. Nice! Uh-oh, my system may be a little bit flawed here. Yeah, he just dropped his stuff on top of the pressure plate. So this guy was trading me obsidian, but he... oh no. That's a big problem. That's a really big problem. This is actually really bad news, because that means that this entire system, now that we've got them all in their apartments, is flawed. However, I do think I may have a solution. I could just raise this entire top trading bit up by 1 block, and then dropping the gold ingots 1 block up. So if I would put a gold ingot here, could he pick it up from there? He can. He picked it up through the block. You all saw it. Let's try that one more time. Yes, yes, yes. What if it's over like there? He's not going to be able to pick it up there, surely. No. Okay, so we need to try and align it there. So hopefully this will work. The dropper shoots it into the side of that block. Yeah, he picked it up there. Let's see if this is 100%. Well, I've done like 6 of them now, and so far so good. So this here may be the solution. That of course means that I have to change up all of the redstone, but it may not be too tricky. If I move this repeater to there, yeah, this here I think would work. And then instead of having the hoppers on top, in order for them to not lock, we could put them on the side, and that should be fine. Right, okay, let's rebuild all of these cells. Right, all done, and I would even argue that this looks cleaner than the previous system. If we do that and then have a button, stupid nether portal is so loud. If we have a button right here, that should give them all a gold ingot. Hello, Brian? There's a gold... Oh, why are you so mad, bro? Anyway, they did get a new gold ingot. Everyone is working except this dude. Oh, it turns out that it's empty. Whoops. There, all better. And there's constant clicking, which means that items are being sent into these chests. I mean, already over a stack of gravel. What? This is ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. We got another problem. We got another huge problem. Now the apartments are all looking good and they're all working. However, things are backing up. They are trading too quickly and too many items for our hoppers to have any chance of keeping up. Yeah, take a look at this. Every single hopper is getting completely packed up. Oh no, we need a way quicker method of sending the items into the sorter. We need something like that and that, the ice path. Okay then, easy enough, right? I mean, we basically just need the same sort of system that we have for our gold farm, a system that pushes items along, collects them up in an area, and pushes them over ice. Well, turns out when I have to invent it myself, it's not that easy. Let me give you some data, some of the challenges that I faced when I needed to invent a system that could deal with this. So every piglin trades about 4,000 items an hour. 4,000 items an hour, given that they have gold. And that means that 2 piglins trades 8,000, 3 piglins 12,000, etc, etc, etc. You know math better than I do. But a hopper can pick up items at a speed of 9,000 items an hour. That's very, very important, because that meant that we can take 2 piglins per hopper, which meant that instead of having 6 channels of items being shot all over the place, I could compact it down to 3. So that's where I started. I started understanding that I needed 3 elevators of items, then shot onto ice paths, then collected up in one space. Look at this thing already here. It just looks confusing, and trust me, it was. This thing took me 16 hours to make. Yep. And I had to rebuild it a few times because I wasn't smart. I didn't do it in creative. I didn't go into another world and sketch it out and try it out first. Nope. Just build it over the roof. Yeah. This is just one of those things where I never ever learn. But anyway, in the end, I actually got it working, and I'm really, really proud. But my goodness, does it look like a monstrosity 2.0. I mean, just look at this mess. What have I created? I took a perfectly fine nether roof and turned it into an absolute beast of a monstrosity. Wow. But the good news is, it works. It actually works, and it does keep up with all of the loot from the piglins. And I invented it. I made it all by myself, which I'm very, very proud of. So the way it works is the piglin's loot gets shot out in the bottom here in 3 different channels into 3 different elevators. That's one elevator. I'm standing on one elevator, and then there's one over there. And as you can see, they are staggered like a staircase. And that is because I need to align all the items into the same position. And the position I chose is where that slime block is. So items are being shot from here, they're being shot from underneath, and then from underneath once again from that little dropper there. Man, I can't wait till I have zoom again. that dropper there. And then from there, they change direction and they get shot this way, and then they finally drop down, they get aligned with the use of a honey block, and then shot this way over the hoppers and sorted into the system. This sorting part has been lowered again. I had to lower it last episode, and I lowered it again now. I don't have that many chests of storage left, to be honest, but yeah, I actually built the whole thing too far down, so that was my solution. But good news is, although it looks like a monstrosity, as I said, it does work, which I'm mega proud of. And trust me, building this in the overworld would be super easy using water, but we're in the nether. There's no water, so that's why I have to push things with slime blocks and those sorts of things. Now, one thing that I'm not going to change now, but that may be good information, is if you do this yourself, you should definitely go with 2 chests per item, because the amount of items you get from this farm using only 6 piglins is ridiculous. In fact, let's just run through 1 stack of gold blocks just to make 1000% sure that everything is working. I love pressing that button. Hello, is it pretty? It's pretty, isn't it? they all go into this mode where they're like, oh wow, oh dear. Except for this guy. This guy's weird. What is your problem, sir? Oh, and the lag. Once this farm starts, the whole game just... There's so many moving parts that everything just... Wow. Everything just slows down. But it is working. I can't believe I've actually created this thing. I was really hoping to see a netherite hole soon, but so far no luck with that. However, we are so rich with random assortment of items. I mean, I could in theory build a base using nether brick without mining a single nether brick. And this doubles as an iron farm. I wouldn't be surprised if piglin bartering... Yeah, I'm talking about you beautifully ugly, weird, cute looking guy of doom got nerfed. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it got nerfed very soon. Because if he's mega powerful. Anyway, I have been spending my past 3 days in this nether. I don't even know if I've been to the overworld once in that time. But it's time to leave this place. I just gotta make absolute sure before I do that I don't have any open spawning spots. That's been one of the challenges as I've been building this, making sure that everything is spawn proof. The last thing I want to do is come back here and a big ugly ghast spawns and just ruins the whole thing. Also, I'm out of rockets. Can I do this? Come on. Yes, brilliant. Home sweet home. Oh, I completely forgot I did this. I completely forgot about all the that's how long I've spent in the nether. I completely forgot. What is this? I have crimson sigh. Okay, I completely forgot that I bought all of the beacons. That's such a mega flex, isn't it? Yep, just beacons sitting in a pile doing absolutely nothing but looking pretty. I know we've spent the past 2 episodes in the nether, but I mean, what do you expect when the nether updates? The nether is absolutely awesome now, and there's still a lot of things that I want to do. However, I feel that in the next episode of Hermitcraft, it's time we get back to this. I really want to finish this branch off in the next episode. So, what I will be doing is monstrosity. Is that even a thing? Monstrosity? I will be using the monstrosity, and I have actually, behind the scenes, collected some stuff for it. If I can just land here. Yes, in between episodes, over time, I have collected a lot of bones using my old skeleton grinder, and hopefully this is enough to get me enough wood to at least finish the base canopy, and then the plan is that we can start leafing it off. I should really rebuild this entire monstrosity over in my industrial district and put some design to it. That's another thing I want to do. I also need to stock my redstone shop. It's a bit embarrassing. I haven't even stocked my redstone shop. We built that absolutely ages ago, and it's just a diamond mine waiting to open its doors almost. I'm curious to see if the monstrosity still works, to be honest. I haven't used it in a very, very long time because Ren has been such a good deliverer of wood, but I can't be investing more diamonds. I should use the stuff that I make. I reckon I'm gonna need about 3 shulker boxes more to finish the base canopy and the last mega branch of the tree. But just to be sure, I'm probably gonna make sure I collect like 4 or maybe even 5 of them, because there's nothing worse than being set on a project and then running out of resources. Right, let's see if this thing still works. Gotta remember to lower the volume. It seems like all of my farms and machines this season are just way too loud. I think I started here. Yep, that should start sending down TNT. Hello? Please don't break. Whew. It is very scary to use this farm as a fully AFK method, because if the server would crash or if my internet would go down, this whole thing will blow up. It can't be unloaded without being shut off, which is a bit of a flaw, to be honest. That being said though, it looks like this thing is working. Yep, it's definitely working. Well, with that, I got my next few hours planned out, so I really do hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I did it again, didn't I? I created another monstrosity. Anyway, if you did, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you're brand new, consider subscribing. And thank you ever so much for 1.3 million subscribers, by the way. Absolutely incredible. Thank you ever so much for the support. But as I said, that's gonna do it for today, so I hope that you have a fantastic evening, and I will see you dudes in the next episode.